Israel has been just such a convenient thing to pin all the blame on, right? And then Israel is associated with the United States, not to absolve Israel or the United States. But it's just very, very easy to pin all of that on there, and that has made its way also through the education systems. I'm biased. I mean, from how I look at things and with my involvement in education, I don't see any possible salvation for the region without an eradication of the education system. How we teach, what we teach, how we group people together. I mean, you speak in the book about the segregation up until university of Jews and non-Jews in Israel. The same is true. I went to school in Jordan and in a private school, but I went to a separate class that I was put into based on the faith that I was born into, Islam, and Christians went to another class. So, at a very early age, there was the other, right? And I'm privileged in that way because there were many other factors that compensated for that, but most people are not. And I could, go on forever, which I want, about the importance of education. A sustainable solution. I don't know what the sustainable solution is. I don't know what the region should look like in the future. I do know that it has to look very different than it looks now, and I do think that it's going to get worse before it gets better. But any kind of a solution is a multi-generational solution, and it's got to start with the way that we deal with education.
Nicolas, you have the last word.
I'm not sure I would agree with the premise. I think that from the region, it looks very much as if Western governments and armies have come into the region, overthrown governments, and then kind of washed their hands of it. This didn't just happen in Iraq. It happened in Libya, where you had a government, you had a regime, however brutal and despotic, it existed, and it was destroyed. And when it came to trying to put something back in its place, the West was nowhere to be seen. So I think there are quite good reasons why people feel angry about Western policy. What can you do about it? I mean, the appeal of Holy Lands is that pluralism is not dead in the region, but it does need a helping hand to revive, and where you can, offer that helping hand.